have hit 100 subscribers, which is crazy, 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 crazy. To be honest, when I first started making these, and by making these I mean there were a lot of failures that did not make it public, but when I first started trying to do ASMR as a hobby, I kind of thought that it would be like me viewing it, and that was it. So I'm really, really happy that I'm actually reaching people who are trying to sleep or relax, and I really hope that people are like getting something positive out of my videos, I guess, even if it's just like a book recommendation or something. Like, it makes me happy, it makes me excited. So thank you so much if you are one of the first 100 subscribers, and thank you so much if you subscribe after this video, or anytime in the future. Yes, so just thank you. I'm very, very grateful. With that all said, today's video, I kind of wanted you guys to help me figure out, even if you're just acting as like a rubber duck, I would really enjoy if you guys would help me figure out the next Romantasy book that I'm going to read. Romantasy is a very intimidating genre to me because to me it means a lot of commitment and figuring out like world building and all that jazz, so I tend to shy away because I'm like a little scary. I have a big stack, as per usual, of Romantasy books that I've accumulated. I know very little about them because I just bought them based on my perception of how popular they were, which is not the way to do it, I know, but I still did it like that, so we'll see. So how I thought I could go about doing this is I am going to be reading the first line, or couple lines, I guess the first like paragraph, if it comes down to it, of each of these potential books for me to start reading, and determine which one I'm the most interested in. And also, if you have any recommendations, feel free to drop them in the comments, or, you know, if you so desire. But let's just get started. First, we have got a series. Can they all show up on the screen at once? Maybe. I can't really see. This is a new setup, just for funsies. But this is the Caraval, or Caraval. I've heard it both ways. I think it's Caraval series, by Stephanie Garber. It has Caraval. I put these in the wrong order. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Wait, that order doesn't make sense either. Now I'm bumping you. Okay. This is the correct order. We have Caraval, Legendary, and Finale. So obviously I will only be reacting, oh my gosh, who do I think I am? I will only be reading the first book, so no spoilers, y'all. No spoilers. This is Caraval. The cover is so pretty. It has this star-like explosion thing on the front, and these really pretty, like, these swirls coming out of the V and the A and the R. Oh, wood. So I know very little about this book. I believe that it has something to do with a girl and her sister who wind up going to an island for like very vague. I know very little. I know very little about this series. But let's read the first lines. Oh, the dedication is really cute. To my mom and dad for teaching me the meaning of unconditional love. That is very sweet. Oh, we gotta have a map, you know. This is a fantasy book, it's gotta have a map, the map of Caraval. I do believe that this is probably the island that they wind up on. I could be wrong, but that's what this seems like. It's very pretty. The Isle of Trista. I don't know what that is. Okay, I think this is the first page. Wow, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard. I think this is chapter 1. It took 7 years to get the right letter. Oh my god, it's one line and I can't even say it right. Chapter 1. It took 7 years to get the letter right. And okay, yeah, that is the first line. And it is one singular line. It took 7 years to get the letter right. Well, they really leave you wondering what it's about, I guess. I guess they really leave you guessing, huh? Well, it was inoffensive. It didn't make me scared. I was not intimidated. So maybe, I guess this one is in the running. It is a bit of a commitment considering it's a trilogy, but I have heard good things vaguely. So remember, it's only a game. Okay, we can work with this. I'm not scared, and that's a good place to start. Let's see, the next, oh, it's a series again. I guess we're just starting with all of the scary, or all of the ones that are scary because of the time commitment to read. Okay. This is the Cruel Prince series. Wait. Oh, it's called the Folk of Air. Sorry, I had to look at the case that it came in, which is sitting on a bookshelf behind me, to remember what it's called. So, this series goes The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, The Queen of Nothing, and then I do believe there is the Stolen Heir and the King something. There's like another book. I don't remember the full name now, but The Cruel Prince is first. So, this book, I believe, is about fairies or the fae, and I think that in this book, the protagonist is a human who winds up having to go into the fae court. And interestingly, there's also, I think there's like a family aspect potentially. Like she might be doing it for her siblings or something. I really hope I'm right. But she winds up falling in love with the prince who hates humans, or I'm assuming they're gonna fall in love. I shouldn't say that because I don't know. That's a love interest. That's her love interest. So, oh, I think I forgot to say this is by Holly Black. Holly Black. This is another very famous series. It was doing its rounds, and I think it's still pretty popular even now, so let's see. For Cassandra Clare, who was finally lured into fairyland. Isn't Cassandra Clare, didn't she another series that got turned into a TV series. I think it was like Clockwork. Oh no, it's like Clockwork something. I did not read that series when I was a kid, but it was around. Guys, we got another map. The map of the shifting isles of Elfame. Oh, I like this map too. I really like this map. I like the little mermaid and a mermaid riding a seahorse. This is really cute. A cute little toad. Cute little toad. Oh, someone riding a toad. This is really fun. I like this map. Oh. This is book 1. This is a poem, it looks like. I'd love to be a fairy's child. We won't read that because I don't know how copyright works on poems. Let's do the prologue, why not? On a drowsy Sunday afternoon, a man in a long dark coat hesitated in front of a house on a tree-lined street. He hadn't parked a car, nor had he come by taxi. No neighbor had seen him strolling along the sidewalk. He simply appeared as if stepping between one shadow and the next. Okay, we can roll with that. This one is also a series, so it is a time commitment. But just the first line, I like the writing style. It's like very fantasy. I know it's like the first paragraph, but it feels very fantasy without being too intimidating. I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan so far. Not me declaring myself a fan after reading one paragraph. Yeah, guys, 5-star read right here. I'm just kidding, but I am quite excited because so far I haven't been terrified by these. Why was I so scared to read Romantasy again? I don't know. Well, that is the Girl Prince. Let's see. Oh, this one. This is the Hurricane Wars, and I found this on Book Outlet. I know literally nothing about it. I have only seen people like haul this. I haven't actually seen anyone tell me what it's about. So I might read the inside cover, cheat a little bit, but this cover is so pretty. So pretty. We have a person's face. In the corner, we have a ship. And it's sort of like either a whirlpool or a tornado. Or maybe a hurricane. Another ship. A ship. A ship. This is by the Guanzon. Yeah. Alright. Inside cover. Oh, and we found the map. Of course we found a map. So, wow, there are multiple maps. This one is intimidating to me. This is more intimidating than the last maps. So much space. Okay, our protagonist is an orphan in a nation under siege. Oh, she has a light magic that can cut through the Night Emperor's shadows. Oh, so she's special, and she has the key to defeating an evil nation. Ooh. I think her love interest is going to be a prince, the prince of the scared me. The vibes are back to being likable because I have a thing for lovers to enemies to lovers. Oh my gosh. I did this for the rats. Well, I have no context for this. Okay, prologue. He heard the girl before he saw her, a high and golden hum that cut through the chaos of battle like the first flare of sunrise. Okay, I can't describe it, but this book is already more intimidating to me. The vibes are good, but I wonder if this would be one that I had to really sit down and force myself to start so that I could get immersed. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Am I the only one who has this issue with like fantasy adjacent books? Is this a me problem? I don't know. But this is the Hurricane Wars. I'll still try to read it, but I don't know if this will be my first pick for my next Romantasy read. Unless someone tells me otherwise. Okay, I just realized I put something in this stack. Whatever, we'll go with it. This isn't necessarily Romantasy. It is like, it feels more paranormal. This is paranormal. Okay, well, I already showed it to you guys. In case you're curious, this is a book about it's about the wives of Dracula. Yes. And specifically one wife, and how she like has to decide between staying with him and essentially like fighting him in some way. Let's see if I can bring back my memories of this. So she falls in love with Dracula, and then she winds up kind of like seeing who he is, and she has to choose between running away and her husband, who she does love. Okay, so this one's kind of like a psychological, paranormal thriller. When I first picked it up, I thought it would be a dark romance because it has desire, obsession, and control at the top. But I don't know. Oh, I forgot to say this is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. Let me know if you've read this, what you think. But this is not Romantasy. I was definitely wrong to put it in the pile. I don't know how I got there, so we're gonna put it away. Next, I hope this counts. This is Lee Bardugo, The Familiar. So this is kind of historical romantasy. I didn't really know if this also fit into the category, but can I just say it's got sprayed edges. I'm such a sucker for a sprayed edge. And look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Some pomegranates with like wine glasses and vials. So this is a historical, I don't even think this is Romantasy. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't actually know if there is a romance aspect to this, but it is like historical fantasy. Familiar. Also, Lee Bardugo has written so many incredibly popular series. I have not read a single one because I suck. But conversos exilados y fantasmas a mi familia convertidos serconis y fantasmas. Okay, I'm sorry if I butchered anyone else, like any of these other languages. I'm just trying. I only have 2 years of Spanish under my belt. Chapter 1. If the bread hadn't burned, this would be a very different story. If the cook's son hadn't come home late the night before, if the good cook hadn't known he was hanging around that lady playwright, if she hadn't lain awake fretting for his immortal soul and weeping over the future fates of possible grandchildren, if she hadn't been so tired and distracted, then the bread would not have been burned, and the calamities that followed might have belonged to some other house than Casa or Doño, on some other street than Calle de dos Santos. Okay. So, immediately I'm intrigued. I think this book takes place in Madrid. Yes, in Madrid. So, this could be a good test for learning new languages, I guess. And it could be quite interesting because I think it's fun to read about different cultures and learn like new things about customs and history of other countries, which this book I think falls within that realm or that type of book. I'm not scared. What is this scare? My like determination is, did this book make me feel nervous? Am I scared of the book? It's like the book can't hurt you, and then the book. But yeah, I think this one is also in the running. It is a bit of a chunker. I think it's almost 400 pages, but it is also not a series, so it has that going for it. Alright. Oh, this one hasn't scared me yet, but it is Romantasy. This is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is part of a series, but I don't own the rest of it, so less scary already, less commitment. I'd have to go out and buy the second book. And this is by Heather Follett. I hope I'm reading, or Fawcett. I can't read this. I think it's Fawcett. Is there written somewhere else? Oh my gosh, it's the same font that I cannot read. That's unfortunate for me. Okay, I think it's Fawcett though. Heather Fawcett. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting too ahead of myself. This is about a professor. Is it a professor? Oh no. Yes, a professor. A professor who specializes in like information about fairies, as you may expect, and she goes to a somewhat remote town to hopefully interact with like the best or like the most elusive type of fairy. Is it? Yes. Let's see. The hidden ones. But her academic rival also shows up, and you know how I feel about academic rivals, y'all. It doesn't need to be said, but I did say it. So yes, very looks like it could be very much a his faucet. That font was getting me, y'all. Okay. I think this is the start. Yes. 20th of October, 1909. I cannot pronounce any of those words. Getting a little nervous. Shadow is not at all happy with me. He lies by the fire while the chill wind rattles the door, tail inert, starting out from beneath that shaggy forelock of his with the sort of accusatory resignation peculiar to dogs, as if to say, of all the stupid adventures you've dragged me on, this will surely be the death of us. I fear I have to agree, though this makes me no less eager to begin my research. Okay. So I think I'm kind of maybe very excited about that, or what am I saying? I think I could get hooked in this book because my eyes continued reading after my mouth stopped. So what I'm saying is I was kind of hooked on the first paragraph. I do like books that have animals in them. I don't know why. I think it just adds an extra layer of cuteness, and I love when animals are kind of personified a bit and have like really fun characters. So I'm a little scared that I could not pronounce the name of the place under like the date. I'm scared that there will be more words that I cannot pronounce and I don't know what they are, because potentially they're like in another, like a made-up language, you know. I remember in The Hobbit there's like a different language that was made up, but I can't even remember what it's called now. But I always thought it was crazy that some people actually like learned it, and like people who can speak like Klingon, I'm like, that's some dedication to like learn a language that is so like has such a very specific use, and like who else are you gonna meet that speaks it aside from people into like a very specific subculture? But that's neither here nor there. So this one gets a not too scary out of 10 from me. Okay, this guy scares me. Look at the sheer thickness of this book. This is terrifying. This is Sarah J. Maas's Crescent City. This is the House of Earth and Blood. I don't actually know what this book is about. Everyone just says they're like Crescent City series. Sarah J. Maas, another series, a new series. So, I maybe should read a bit of the back. Half fae, half human. Bryce Quinlan loves her life. Every night is a party, and Bryce is going to savor all the pleasures. Lumethion, also known as Crescent City, just say that, I can't pronounce these words, has to offer, and then a brutal murder shakes the very foundations of the city, and Bryce's world comes crashing down. Okay, so that was just background. Let's see. Oh, there's a fallen angel who has to watch her. Okay, I still don't know what the actual plot is. Maybe I'm just getting a little too tired to follow the complexities. But this one is also already terrifying to me. I got this at Costco, and I specifically bought it there because I was like, I don't want the rest of the series if I know I won't get through this part of the series. Okay, sorry. The number of times I've had to get up to prevent my cat from, like, essentially creating very not relaxing noises is insane. Okay. So, I don't remember what I was saying. Let's just get into it. I'm scared. Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. For Darren, the brightest star in my sky. That is so cute. Oh, we got another map, y'all. Okay, this one is kind of star-ish shaped. Oh, the Dead Gate, the Bone Quarter. Scary. Luna Thion. Just call it Crescent City. Why can I not pronounce the actual name? This is a me problem. I'm sorry for everything I said before. Okay, part 1, The Hollow. Okay, I think I'm gonna read the first line and the second. There was a wolf at the gallery door, which meant it must be Thursday, which meant Bryce had to be really tired if she relied on Danica's comings and goings to figure out what day it was. Okay, I don't think I am immediately hooked, and I'm still really scared of how chunky this is. We're looking at about 800 pages here, folks, and every other book in this trilogy, I think it's actually going to be a 4-book series, but it was initially supposed to be a trilogy. I don't know. But what I do know is every other book in this series is just this big, and that is scary. I'm still scared, guys. I give this one a very scared out of 10. This will probably not be my next one out of 10, unless people in the comments are like, this is the best thing that's ever existed. You have to read it. It's life-changing. Also, oh, my cat. Girl, you were not invited up here. Okay, well, I'll get the next one and also move her out of frame. Prevent her from attacking my desk knickknacks. Hold on. Alright, last and most certainly not least is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Hunted, hunter, destined for each other. Another forbidden romance. You gotta have it in these. Okay, so this one, I've heard conflicting things. Some people really love it, and some people really hate it. One person who said they did not enjoy it, I believe, was actually, how am I forgetting her name? Haley Jean ASMR. I watch her like every day. I don't know how I forgot her name. I'm just so incredibly nervous. I'm incredibly forgetful when I have the camera on. I think it's Haley Jean. She does book-related ASMR content as well. And I've been debating joining her book club because it looks kind of cool. Anyways, Powerless. This one, I believe, is about a girl who does not have powers, and she winds up having to go into a competition. Okay, yet again, my cat was causing chaos. But I believe the protagonist has to fight in some, like, competition that is supposed to show off everyone's powers, because everyone who didn't have powers were like kicked out. But now she's gotta fake it to survive, essentially. Powerless. It is quite pretty for every girl who has ever felt powerless. That's really nice. We have the scorches, the shallows, the whispers. Ilya. I think Ilya. I like Lil Nessie guy over here. Chapter 1. Thick, hot liquid runs down my arm. Blood. Funny, I don't remember the guard nicking me with his sword before my fist connected with his face. Despite being a flash, he apparently couldn't manage to move faster than my right hook to his jaw. Okay. Alright. So, I quite liked this one to start. I'm not very scared by this book, which is a pleasant surprise. It feels immediately kind of like you're in the action, and the writing doesn't scare me. So this is in the running, and if I'm honest, this might be the top of my list despite Haley Jean's lack of endorsement, or rather a disendorsement. But you know, everyone winds up having their own opinions. Maybe this will change my life. And I know a lot of people did like it, so I don't know. I would say my favorites based on their first lines would be this guy. Probably the Encyclopedia of Fairies and the Familiar. And then I also think I liked the Girl Prince. Yes, I did like it. It wasn't as good as the previous three, though. I think my top three remain. Sorry, Cruel Prince. So these would be my top three options at this point, barring anyone in the comments saying that these are horrible or I really need to give a different one a chance. But yeah, thank you so much for sitting here with me and helping me think through my book decisions. I think that I'm not sure, but I did pick up a copy of Winnie the Pooh to potentially read in the future, and also I was thinking of doing a reading wrap-up towards the end of the month or the beginning of next month. Actually, it probably makes the most sense to do like what I'm planning to read next month at the end of this month, and then what I read this month at the beginning of next month. Like, in that order, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's getting late even for me over here, guys. So, I hope that you are relaxed. And, I mean, ideally you're asleep. That's as relaxed as a person can get, right? Because I should really go to sleep now. Anyways, thank you guys again so much for your subscribing, your viewing, even just, you know, thank you guys for being you.